Join Igbos and South-South and defend Homeland against Īsīs, Oòduà Group advise Yoruba. Yoruba people in the southwest have been urged to mobilize indigenous resources to resist the prospect of attacks from Islamic State of West Africa, (Īsīs). In a statement on Saturday, Akpakpo Oòduà Koya said the statement by the United States African official Dagvin Anderson has vindicated the Okoya revelation 3 years ago, indicating that hundreds of armed cells built by alien armed groups are spread across Yoruba land. Akoya was the first to reveal the presence of armed cells across Yoruba land. Our intelligence department revealed this reality and we alerted Yoruba nation and the world. The revelation by the U.S. intelligence through Anderson only confirmed what we said 3 years ago. The statement signed by Colonel Abiodun Suwunmi and Ahmed Akorede on behalf of Akoya stated, the group urged Yoruba people in towns and villages to organize and prepare for the inevitable confrontation with those who want to exterminate Yoruba land and turn the territories into ruin. This has nothing to do with Christianity or Islam. It has to do with the survival of Yoruba people, our values and our civilization. We have already been warned enough by reliable sources. If Yoruba people doubted Akoya intelligence report 3 years ago, there is no reason to doubt the US report. Īsīs has penetrated Yoruba land. They have sleeping cells spread across Yoruba land and the entire south. We should not delude ourselves and we cannot be conquered. The only way to avoid conquest is to make adequate preparation before it is too late, Suwunmi and Akorede said. Akoya said the armed groups have been importing arms into Yoruba land, hiding such in trailers, bringing food to southern states. It said most of the bank robberies and raids of banks in Yoruba land were being perpetrated by Islamic terrorists working with armed Fulani herdsmen and Miyetti Allah. According to Akoya, the Yoruba people need to work with South-South and Igbo South-East and forget the bitter rivalry. There should be unity of purpose between the Igbo, Yoruba, and people of the South-South. The fundamentalists are targeting Lagos and Port Harcourt as their most strategic towns. They want to take over the two cities and cut off the rest of the southern Nigeria. The unfortunate thing is that they have active supporters in the Nigerian Army Force. They also receive huge funds from two Islamic nations, Akoya said. The group said the fundamentalists also consider pushing Nigeria into a mayhem during which they and their supporters in the armed forces will stage a military coup in Nigeria and take over the country under the guise that democracy has failed in Nigeria and only a revelation will save Nigeria. We have enough network across the world to confirm that military coup is one of the options being considered by the fundamentalists. This consideration for military coup by extremists is one of the reasons why their supporters in the armed forces sabotage the armed and the army and make it difficult for the war against Boko people to succeed. They need crisis to continue in Nigeria for them to justify staging an Islamic extremist group whose coming will be received a messiah by naive and ignorant Nigerians. Thank you for listening to this news. That is the only way. That is the only way forward. But then, if only Igbos and South-South we accept, that is just it. If only the Igbos and the South-South we accept. You see, Yes, it is easier said than done to forget about the past and what must have transpired in between the Igbos, the South, and the Yorubas. Now, they want support from the Igbos and the South, forgetting how they intimidated the Igbos, backstabbed the Igbos. Do we start casting our mind back to 1967, how the Igbos were jeopardized, mocked, and deceived? Do we start by making reference to that time? What about now? See, the Yorubas has made a mess of Igbo. Until now, they are still doing that. And you expect Igbo to just let go the whole thing. My viewers, yes, it is true that it is good for Yorubas to team up with the Igbos and fight this battle. But then, it now depends if the Igbos will accept this. You understand? It depends on them. You see, this information gotten from the US Army is a confirmed one. If you cannot believe any other information from any other person, at least the one coming from the United States of America should be accepted, because they have their network connected all over the world. You understand? So it is now left for you to accept this or not. Odua people, they have already seen it, that the Igbos are already ahead of so many group that are claiming to become a republic. And they have seen that, yes, they are very much fit to face any fight if it break up. But then, what will happen no matter what. So what we just need to do in essence now is to see how one can help put all of these things together and see how these Īsīs can be defeated, because they are not ordinary. You understand? They are not ordinary and they are not empty-handed. So if anything must happen, then there will be need for this group to be equipped. You understand? So me on my own personally, I will encourage the team of work to fight these Īsīs. You understand? It will really go a long way. But then there is need for understanding and proper reconciliation. Okay? So my viewers, I don't know what your own opinion concerning all that I've just said may be, but please don't hesitate to leave them behind. Click on the subscription button as well as bell button to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.